What's going on, guys? Bexio back, and today we're going to talk about Ethereum breaking its beacon chain, running into multiple problems for the proof of stake merge, which is supposed to happen in August. But with all these problems, it would not be surprising to see it get delayed yet again, like it has time and time again in the past. But right now, we have to decide, is this something fundamentally flawed with Ethereum, or is it just a bug and something that has to get patched up and fixed and can be moved on from and will be a non-problem? Right now, the market might not be on that page as Ethereum's tumbled quite a bit in just the last day because of this news coming out, and that leads to bigger problem. Big problem right here is that Ethereum beacon chain had a 7 block reorg. This whole thing talks about it. It's very technical on the beacon chain, and that some blocks were omitted and other blocks were supposed to be in the chain, weren't put in the chain, had to be reorganized. So there's a lot of problems. That's not ideally how you want your blockchain to work. And obviously, that reflected by the market panicking and selling off Ethereum, and it dropped very bad. But here it says the Ethereum beacon chain, the coordination mechanisms of the new network that's responsible for creating new blocks and ensuring these are valid, has experienced a 7 block reorg. A block reorganization refers to an event in which one or more blocks that were part of the chain get knocked off due to a competing block, according to blockchain data on May 25th. Several blocks from these numbers were knocked out of the beacon chain. The reorganizations occur as a result of malicious attacks or as a result of software bugs. So this is something you got to look at too, is if this can be attacked, if this is the move to proof of stake makes Ethereum less secure, would you be willing to hold Ethereum? Is there a reason to, if people can attack the network and prevent you from sending transactions or even steal your Ethereum from wallets, is it worth holding Ethereum? That's where a lot of this fear comes in, and it just doesn't seem worth it. If there's a lot of problems that can arise from this, that can make your money get put at stake, is the biggest problem of them all. But here you have developers believe the reorganization was an issue caused by circumstance rather than security issue or fundamental flaw in the network. The proposer boost fork, which refers to a method in which proposers are given priority for selecting blockchain's next block, was highlighted in particular. So very technical stuff there. Developers saying it's not a security issue, but obviously, if it was a security issue, they wouldn't want to amplify it. So they should always say something like this to try and fix it before it becomes a major problem. But the beacon chain, I think, is not. It's like a beta chain. It's not something that's in operation right now. It's like a test net. It's to test all these things. So to find them now is a good thing, and is to fix them so they don't happen in the real world or with real people's money or Ethereum at stake. So hopefully they can get this fixed before anything happens. And then one of the core developers said the reorg occurred over a non-trivial segmentation of new and old client node software. Client development community is set to release a post-mortem later on. So a lot of technical stuff, a lot of word salad, not much making sense, but kind of just trying to say it's not that big of a deal. But it could be a big deal where if this move to proof of stake, that's supposed to happen in August, I think, but they've been saying that for the last multiple years, saying proof of stake's coming, ETH 2.0, this and that. If it makes the network less secure and it opens up to attacks, it's going to ultimately hurt Ethereum and bring it down and lower people's want to hold Ethereum if it's always going to be at risk of something happening to it. And this shows in Ethereum's price chart. If we look here, you can see yesterday when this news was kind of breaking, just a massive move down. We go out to the week. You can see it hovering around the 2K mark, 1900, went to 1800, and then this news kind of comes out and it's just a dive down, dropping 10% in a day, 12% in a day, during times when Bitcoin fell like 2%. So even though the market is in downturn, all this stuff, if you're moving way, way more volatile than Bitcoin, then, maybe something's going on in that coin itself or in the fundamentals. In Ethereum's case, it was the beacon chain, the move to proof of stake that everyone's so excited about. It's a hype thing. Everyone is looking forward to it, wants it to happen. But there's problems coming up with proof of stake that could lead to either a delay again in proof of stake, which has already happened time and time again, or abandonment of it, which gets rid of the hype altogether, or they move to proof of stake and all the funds are in jeopardy of being stolen or having malicious attacks or not being able to transfer. A lot of things kind of open up if you don't do everything right. And there was a thread on Twitter of someone kind of exposing this, kind of where it started, the 7 block reorg. He goes into talking about everything going on, and then got upset that people were who didn't like Ethereum were talking about it. But Vitalik responded to it, told him not to regret it. Truth seeking is more important, all this stuff. And then he replied again, saying, in this case, client teams have been scrambling to understand the situation so they can figure out what to fix for the last couple of hours. Already some good hypotheses. So we all know it's not going to be super easy to move to proof of stake or do all this stuff, or even if it's the right move. But all of these kind of devs trying to come together, trying to solve this solution, and they already have a couple hours of work in and only have thoughts about what they could do, is not really a great thing to kind of see. But it is the test net, it is the beacon chain. It's not the main network. It's not stuff going on right now that would affect people dealing in Ethereum now. It could affect the future things going on. If you see all these malicious attacks or software bugs that happen in proof of stake model that aren't happening in the proof of work model, lead you to believe maybe the move to proof of stake isn't the greatest thing that everyone's trying to make it out to be and being so hyped about. Maybe it could be a bad thing for Ethereum to move to this, because it just opens up so much more portals of attack or portals of control, even with the staking, and you need to have hundreds of thousands of dollars to try and become a validator. And then the more money you have, the more control you can get. See people like Jason Williams, the going parabolic, talking about mining Ethereum at current prices for electricity is no longer profitable at the current ETH price. And then it says the weak get weaker. Proof of stake will be the final blow. So this is someone who has built their own businesses, been successful before crypto, was successful in Bitcoin, is mining Bitcoin, is mining Ethereum, is known in this. He knows what he's talking about in this kind of industry. And him saying proof of stake will be the final blow, it could be just lots of control of the network goes to a few people who have the money to control it and can kind of do what they want with it. So that's the biggest difference between proof of work and proof of stake. Is with proof of work, you need to work to actually get your hash rate and actually contribute to the network. Proof of stake, you can buy your way in. No questions asked, no problem. But with Ethereum at current prices, $1,750, under $1,800, kind of insane to see. We are trading at levels that were almost a year ago in July. So kind of the lows here of July 2021, where we're at now. And we saw this huge move up, but who knows what we're going to see now. The big thing going on right now, even Bitcoin is down, falling down, kind of continuing its sideways move here. And Ethereum looks like it might be entering that, but it had a bigger dump now because of all of this news coming out. But we can see the stock market very green, very, very green. Everything is going up. It's been a pretty good last few days in stocks, and crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all this, they haven't reflected that. So the big question is, what's really going on in this crypto here in Bitcoin, Ethereum? Ethereum just had some real negative news. The whole crypto space had negative news with Luna, stablecoin talks, a lot of things going on. So maybe it's due to that types of stuff, which would be kind of macros in crypto. But for now, Ethereum hovering, it's below any lines that I have here, so I don't have any more drawn lines. I mean, the next one down would probably be something around 1700, which would be almost where we're kind of at. If we put a line right here, you can do this and put a line just back here where the last time it kind of bottomed, and we can see we're pretty much on that line already. So bounced off it here, but around that area. So maybe Ethereum as a price hovers in this area between 1700 and 2100. So that's a pretty big range, but maybe it hovers in this area for a while, shrugging off this news, or maybe the news gets better and people have solved this proof of stake problem and can move forward with the beacon chain and everything just goes great. But breaking down from this would be pretty devastating, as there is literally nothing to look at for under here until maybe, I don't even, 15 or 1400, and just it'll keep moving down drastically. So for the price of Ethereum, wouldn't want it to fall too much below this line here. So we got some major problems with Ethereum beacon chain, the proof of stake network. Is it going to happen, or is there too many problems occurring for it to happen? And August is the date right now for it to come out, but who really knows? It's been pushed off and off so many times over the years. It wouldn't be surprising at all to hear proof of stake ETH 2.0 is delayed yet again. But right now, Ethereum not in the best spot, not looking the greatest, and this news coming out on the bugs and malicious attack probabilities and possibilities are just not good for the crypto all overall. So we'll see if Ethereum can move forward, can recover from this, or can even move into proof of stake. Only time will tell, but that's going to do it for this video, guys. As always, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I'll see you guys in my next